can't get involved. Basically, the rules are, it's a 1 versus 1 tournament. It's best of 3 up until the final, which is best of 5. They fight on the middle point, which I'm going to show you right now as I get over into the game. They fight over this point, over the midpoint in Legacy of the Foefire. It is a capture point when the game starts. Basically, you have to capture the point to 50 points, or you have to kill your opponents. Whoever wins the first round has to move from that class that they won on to their next selected class. So, basically multi-class 1 versus 1 tournament, and it's pretty fun to watch. It's also got varying differences in terms of skill for players, so don't be too judgmental, because there's anything from pros to very amateur, just starting to get into Guild Wars 2 PvP. So try and be supportive, try and give advice rather than BM. Obviously, a little bit of trolling is fine and fun. But we're going to go into this first game. It's going to be between... Ooh, let's have a look. The Ace is back. And... Tenebrae. Whatever that means. Okay. There we go. So that's going to be the first round. Welcome to the ESL Weekly Cup, the 1v1 Cup. This is the round of 16 bracket here. Might need to just turn this up. Let's turn up some of the tunes as well, because I like the music in Guild Wars 2. Let's do that as well. There you go. A little bit of tunage there. We're good. Let's go and check out the builds. First of all, we're going to have Scripted, who's going to be the Ace. Also, if music sound is too loud or the microphone level is horrible, then let me know as well. He's going to be playing Demolisher Amulets. And this has been very popular recently, especially with Warriors in this tournament. We will see more and more damage. It's all damage. There's no tanky amulets allowed. Druid maybe less, because Signup of the Wild has been banned today as well, until they fix it, obviously. Apparently it's been on that for quite a while.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
As you can see on your screen, and I need to turn the volume down a little tiny bit more. Bloody hell, Jesus. That's quite loud. We've got both Warriors here as well. Looks like we're going to see Zerka's Amulet as well as Rune of the Pack coming out with Mace Shield and Great Sword. Something similar coming out from Scripted, other than going for Demolishers there as well. Both starting out with the Great Sword as well. Missing there, but good job from Scripted, aka the Ace. Doing a good job of dodging those abilities. Great sword damage coming out as well. I thought he was going to jump into blades there. Just blocking with the shield and the mace there. Trying to get the Skull Grinder off. Blocked by the Ace. Good job. Tenebrae not doing so well on those attacks at the moment. Does get the weapon swap over towards Great Sword though. Trying to pick off some nice damage. Not so in the end. That time does get interrupted. Actually, sorry, does interrupt the Ace. Does get the grinder off as well. Conditions start to roll in, but obviously, you know, Teen has not got much condition damage on him, although he's able to get the poison off as well. Go to about 4% HP, should be able to get him down now. Oh no! Doesn't actually completely bails out. Regens HP quite nicely, but gets the grinder off. He has to block and is crippled as he tries to move away. The Ace needs to try and get out of this hole that he has got himself into. 5% HP. You can see the strength of the Signet, which is healing up quite well. And he is just trying to... Oh, the Teen is actually interrupting quite well, as the Ace, unfortunately, not able to pull off many of his abilities in the end. And that's going to be 1-0 to Tenebrae. It's a lot quicker now. For now. You're bald now, so be proud of it. Good man. Good man. And I actually agree with Seeks as well in chat that I think that genuinely, with the state of the game and the way it is, and the people potentially are less populous in the game, I do believe that class that profession locking would be a bad idea. You should be able to counter comp. It's a bit like, you know, when you go into a MOBA and you go into the ranked mode of like Heroes of the Storm or Paragon or whatever, and not ranked mode in Paragon, but other games where you can actually do like a competitive mode and you can do bans and picks and stuff, you know. It actually gives you some kind of choice. I actually think that when you go into PvP, you should actually line up with your 5 classes on each, 5 people on each side, and you decide your comp. I actually think that's something that would be awesome to bring in. So the Ace stays on Warrior. Team goes on to Revenant now. Can see how he is going to be on that. Marauder Amulets, Rune of Leadership, of course. Invocation, Devastation, Herald. Equilibrium is the swap he's got to watch out for. Go for a bit of toughness if I was scripted, maybe. So I'm going to go... Condi might be better versus... Obviously, Demolisher's Amulet has got that toughness. Didn't work versus Teen when he was playing Warrior, of course. So there's different level maybe in skill, of course, as well. Or dependent on what their mains are.
The match starts soon.
Okay, second round between the Ace and Tenebrae. The Ace needs to win this one to stay in the tournaments. Just one more win for Tenebrae and he will go through to the next round, which will be the round of 8. Let's double check Scriptor's build, aka the Ace. He's gone for Mace Shield still.
Hold on to your
Dark
points.
Great Sword.
Seize theirs.
Rune of the Pack as well as Demolish Amulet there as well. Discipline, Defense and Berserker. He's got the toughness to see him through. This is a matchup he could possibly win. All dependent on whether or not also Teen is confident on Revenant, which we'll have to wait and see. Engages with all the boons, of course, coming out with his F1 or F2. Just trying to distance himself. He got so much burst damage off in the first place. I think this is actually going to be scripted, completely done. He had to even use his heals, so not even got his regen. I wouldn't... that was not the best thing in the world to use, and to be honest... versus a power class as well, using a heal. That heal specifically was not the greatest of ideas for the Ace, and a well-deserved win coming out from Teen. He pretty much got all his burst off at the beginning. And that was very unfortunate in the end for Scripted.
Just
so
like that, blue team takes a capture point.
Is going to be the win for Tenebrae. AE will go through to the round 8. Thank you for showing up, the Ace. We hope you come back next week. I think this is going to be Thybzz versus Trekx. Actually, that's possibly your finalists. Although, oh no, Apocaly is here there as well. Interesting. That's quite a high up match for one of our lower rounds, but brackets are random fairly. If you'd like to follow the channel as well, guys, that does help support me, of course. So I appreciate any support you can drop in chats. As well as following the channel. This is full-time and whatnot as well for myself. So you can hit that subscribe button, support the stream, as I will be trying to bring you more Guild Wars 2 PvP tournaments in future for NA and EU. So any support is very, very awesome indeed. And welcome everyone. If you have any questions in the chat, please drop them down. And that would be pretty awesome. Okay, Trek is going to be going for Revenant as well. So let's just double check this bracket. Oh, we're going to go down to... we are going to another round of 16 bracket. My bad. This is going to be Trekon versus Xuan. Let's get this all up into the scoreboard as well. Xuan? Man, I am bad at pronouncing words. That's useful. Don't jinx the people. Okay, Trekon, he's going to be playing, he normally plays forever as well. Nothing really that different, of course. I think you see... Why do people do this? I think we even saw Teen as well doing this in the last round. Like, still using Radiant Revival. I'm just going to put that in chat quickly. I'm just going to remind everyone, just so they remember. I just said, by the way, guys, in a 1v1 tournament, some of the traits may not be as useful in 1v1 as they would be in a group fight. Okay, here we go. Apocaly versus Ravelli then. Versus Ravelli. Both frequenters of the ESL 1v1 Cup. And I think he's back now. Yes, he is. There we go. Apocaly versus Ravelli. So Apocaly is going to be playing Mesmer today. This is the round of 16. Wrestling is important, indeed. It's true, Beluga. It's true. It's true. I'm helping them as well. I'm being nice. The thing is, no one has actually responded to that comment, so hey ho. Inspiration, Chaos, and Chronomancer there. He's going for Marauder's Amulet with Rune of the Pack, and he's going for Great Sword with Sword Shield. Also going for Mimic. Jesus. The next utility skill you use recharges faster. It does reflects and also mirrors his heal as well. This is a very interesting build. Let's go for it. Increased health. Heal still. Very similar actually to the build that we would normally see for Condi on Sage. Similar-ish. Still Phantasmal Defender, Master of Manipulation, Mirror of Anguish with Bountiful Disillusionment, as well as, yeah, pretty much, you know. I mean, Chrono Phantasma, resummoning your phantasms, trying to get back up as soon as possible. No Signet, of course. That's not normally, obviously. Normally you'd have that, because obviously regaining your clones and whatnot, regaining all of your shadows, all of your shadows up here, obviously very, very, very beneficial, especially in the long game. But because it's power damage as well, doesn't want it to last that long.
Hold
so
on
the
to
burst
your
is going to be very important.
Seize there.
Pretty sure. Yes, okay, so we're good. As we see Sustri Diorum Ravelli versus Apocaly coming out into this first round of 16. See how well he does with this Staff Auto attacks coming onto the Mesmer. Not sure how well this is going to go for the Druid. We'll have to wait and see. He has his heal up still, obviously down to about half HP. Needs to dodge that shield forward. Doesn't the second one either, and he's going to be taken out almost with that shield fire from the Mesmer, who also puts out his Great Sword 2, bringing out that Berserk. It's actually going to do okay from that. Let's go over to the Mesmer. Apocaly going back into shield. Blurred Frenzies like away, actually.
Takes a capture point.
That's a interesting phase retreat. Gets the cap on the node. Distortion isn't helping him out whatsoever. He gets the stealth off, but he's not being so offensive. I don't think the power build is going to work for Apocaly. The Condi build probably would have done him a lot better. Is actually going to pull away and actually make sure that he's going to be able to survive that in the end. So let's just double check what amulet again. He was using Marauders with none of the toughness there. That's a good job from himself. 1-0 to Ravelli. Not sure that was completely expected. Bit of an odd build from Apocaly there. Power Mesmer not really known for its... Can't he build suck? Oh no. He will remain on this build, but he can change if he should so want to. I don't know what that means, but thank you very much for your whisper. I very much appreciate it. The regeneration of your clones and whatnot, being able to shatter a lot more is great. Still think the Signup would be good. Not sure about the whole manipulations thing at the moment. Really not sure about that. I'm not as au fait with Mesmer power builds now as I used to be. Back in the day. I mean, it's managing his cooldowns quite well. It's very difficult for Apocaly to really resist that damage. So it's like, you know, do I go Sages where I can heal and be sustaining and do the Condi damage potentially to the warrior? Or do I go full power? The thing is, he's gone Berserkers.
The match starts
He's
soon.
going for Greatsword, Mace, Shield himself. It seems to be Berserker and Demolisher amulets to be favoured at present. Signet of Might. Unblockable attacks are very, very strong in this build, of course, if you can pull off your burst. As well as like things like Headbutt. 100 Blades, not so much, I guess, although...
Hold on to your
we
point.
shall see.
Seize theirs.
Obviously, the shield block coming out from the Mesmer is something. Let's see how well he does. It's all going to be about his engagement as well. He needs to make sure he's kiting, doing well to make sure he doesn't distort too much to lose the cap as he did in the last round. Because not only did he die, but he would have lost the cap anyway. Uses that great sword 4 as well. Dodges the world coming out from the warrior. Good job. Blurred Frenzy to avoid potentially 100 blades to the face, which is obviously more beneficial than taking it to the face. Actually moves away quite well. Gravity Wall is blocked by the warrior. That's a big cooldown. He did use continuous split there. Heal from the Mesmer and moves away. Double Distortion. Doesn't have that for another 80 seconds, bear in mind. And he misses his Great Slide 5 knockback as well. That's a good amount of CC coming out from the Mesmer now as he does use his Gravity Well. That's a lot of control effects he used up by himself. 3 seconds till he can weapon swap back to Great Sword, potentially knock him back again.
Blue team
And now
takes
that's
a
the problem.
capture
He's
point.
had to kite off points so much that now he is in deep doo-doo because, well, at least it doesn't matter. He's not going to get the cap back. It's not being very offensive now, although the warrior goes off node. Oh my god, you see that Great Sword 2 as well? Ridiculous damage, just ranging him from afar now. Needs to keep auto-attacking in between his abilities as well to make sure he keeps that damage up while he actually regenerates. Does a nice dodge as well, just in case he does use the unblockable attack, and he did. He used his Signet there, and we did see the dodge coming out from Wolf, but we see the burst comes out as well from Apocaly, and that's going to be a nice amount of shatter damage followed up by the down, and that's going to be Wolf taken out there. Really good job from Apocaly. Wasn't sure he was going to win that at all. And a fantastic 1 versus 1. And we've seen this 1 versus 1 tournament each week become
Did you
Fast
see
and
that?
Furious as we
Red
have banned
team got a
most
capture
of the
point.
tanky healing amulets. I think Sage is really the only one left. Magai's was banned. Mendes banned as well. Really awesome 1 versus 1 there. Fantastic. Good job from Wolf as well as Apocaly dodging that Signet. If he hadn't dodged that Signet, I think he would have actually died, to be fair. Also, I'm pretty sure that people who are in the arena right now shouldn't be in here. That's true, actually. Okay, so this is going to be round 2 between, round 3 between Apocaly and Ravelli. Just waiting for these guys to get into the game. Okay, Vals, Apocaly. And I can't remember how well he did with this last week. He did okay.
The match starts soon.
But that's funny. Sorry, Belly. But for now, only people in the tournament.
Hold on to your points.
Nothing
Seize
personal,
theirs.
Aurora. I hope you get in next week, but it is only fair. So people don't have backseat driving and all the rest of it. Obviously, appreciate people entering the tournament, but if you're in the tournament, you come into the arena. If you're not, that's it. Only other spectators are me and casters or admins or people learning stuff for the tournament. So, Wolf is going to re-engage there. Does miss a lot of his great sword abilities. Nice block as well. Still crippled. Tries to move in. He's using... Problem with Wolf here is he's using a lot of attacks very quickly in succession, and Vals, he can defend himself against a lot of that early damage. He uses renewed focus as well. Should be okay to bring up his focus in about 10 seconds. Does still have that block on his virtues as well as the heal to gaps close. Sorry, to actually create a gap. He's going to be able to take him out pretty easily here. Not really much effort from this man indeed. And to be honest, I think Wolf, he did spam quite heavily at the beginning. Wasn't looking really for those animations or even just the obviousness of things like the Focus 5 and stuff as well. So hopefully he has learned some lessons today and he'll be able to come back next week. Apocaly will win this series 2-1 and he'll go through to the quarterfinals, not the round of 8, sorry, there's no such thing. Hopefully we'll be able to bring you Trek versus Xuan as well. Very, very shortly. Let's see. Xuan, where are you? Could be an auto win. Anyway. Well played. Very chilled by the Guardian, by Apocaly there. Not really much effort. India isn't even in the tournament. How do these people get... Okay. Jesus Christ. You guys just... I love you, man. I love you guys, but you can't come into the tournament unless you're actually in the tournament. You can't come into the arena. That's how it works. That's just how it works. Boyce is back after winning from last week as well. Tina's got a big job ahead of him, indeed. If you have any feedback for the tournament or for myself while we're running these tournaments as well, make sure you put in support tickets or just stick it in the chat as well. And let us know your thoughts and feelings. Don't forget to follow the ESL Guild Wars 2 pages on facebook.com/ESLGW2 or and at ESLGW2 as well for information on tournaments and whatnot for the future. See how well the future goes for that, of course. I know a lot of you are worried, but the scene at the moment is going to be very dependent on you and your support for Guild Wars 2 PvP streamers and for community tournaments. So the more people you let know about the fact that they can win 2k gems for first or 800 gems for second position for the 1v1 on a Thursday, and a similar thing for the 2v2 where you can win 2k gems each per person as well. We have less people entering. I just think it's because the word doesn't get out as much for the 2v2, just because obviously my stream is a bit more regular, a little bit more visible on Twitter and whatnot, but that's on twitch.tv/Seimash, Ceimash, and that's on the Tuesday night. We'll see if we can get something go off in that one. That was fantastic
Hold on
English.
to your points.
But anyway,
Seize there.
as we get back into the game, let's check out Boyce, who is your Week 10 champion. Of course, he did defeat Taskin as well in the end, I do believe. As far as I remember, yep. He got that 2k gems last week, so he's doing pretty well for himself. So obviously that's about almost $20, I think, worth of gems. It's not too bad. Obviously going in there with the great sword, the mace, and the shields. One more build there as well, but he goes for Zerkers. He's completely balls to the wall with this guy. Teen is obviously going for more of a Connie variant with the Rabbit Amulet and the Rune of the Crate there as well. Things very even at present. Re-engagement there as well. Skull Grinder isn't going to be hit onto Teen there. Connie resist as well from Teen as he moves away with the shield block. Weapon swaps, trying to get that bleed out as well. Berserker with longbow. AoE, which Boyce does get out of, but good damage from distance from Teen, who gets significant condition damage onto Boyce. Again, back with the Berserker longbow, and Teen doing a good job of kiting around inside it. Boyce does stick in there for a long time and gets a lot of burn ticks on himself there. Bit of a mistake. Teen needs to re-engage on him, to reapply those conditions with the Berserker Amulet. He's not going to have much. Obviously, Warrior HP is quite high anyway, so he's still got about 20k with that Berserker Amulet. Point is going to be his. Boyce has to get back in there. Now Teen can just kind of kite away should he need to. Let's go over to his point of view right now, see how well he's doing in terms of his cooldowns. Has not much utility left whatsoever. Obviously, Signup is the usage there for him. Does do okay with the block. He's got his Zerk up should he so need. I think he's going to pull that out now. Or doesn't actually, goes into Skull Grinder instead. He's doing a good job of kiting inside his longbow AoE fields as well. Rock came out from Teen. Should be able to pick up the win here. 3% health for Boyce as well. Still, like I said, you know, he is actually going to use his Heal Life Desperation just to pull out some extra damage here. That's 15 seconds of no health regen, especially with the Condis mounting up on him. Teen really needs to take advantage of the no regen here. It does easily. Boyce knows he's dead.
Did that hurt?
I think the heal usage again, questionable whether or not that was to be used. I still feel Boyce maybe wants to try that Demolisher Amulet in terms of what he wants to go for. Amulet-wise, obviously that paid off for him last week, and I'm not one to question the 1 versus 1 champion from week 10. No, Taskin is actually, we got a ton of people top tier, like who normally play in the tournament, not playing this week. We've actually got a lot of people not playing. We're still like 14 people. It's actually really good. Zero, Tenebrae 1 at the moment. And yes, guys, I am indeed getting married tomorrow. In case you didn't know. Married in America. There will be no stream, but there will be pictures, I hope. So if you want to send a wedding gift, wedding gifts accepted in the form of subscriptions, of course, or follows. I don't know. Hashtag skeptic. Boyce won last week with more Berserker orientated builds than anything else, I think. So, Tenebrae now has to swap. Boyce now has to stay. Can change his build. Of course. Marriage hype indeed. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's not to talk about, you know, random other things. As Tenebrae is looking forward to going into potentially the semi-final after winning his first round in the round of 16. But yeah, moved to America, getting married. It's pretty, yeah, it's been a pretty crazy few months. Going full-time streaming. It's all pretty crazy. It's good though. It's enjoyable.
The match starts soon.
Life is good. I hope life is good with you all as well. Maybe life will be better for one of these two guys if they can get through to the final, win this. Boyce has one more chance to make sure that he doesn't go out of this quarterfinal. Actually, oh no, round of 16.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
I actually see him anywhere. Oh no, yes, sorry, he's in the quarterfinal. There we go. Okay, so. This is my day. I am the freak show as well. So it's tomorrow day. Don't worry. I'm not actually in the EU. I'm in America. Tenebrae. Oh, Boyce has not gone for a... No, he has. Good. Okay, this was an important decision. Demolisher is definitely going to be more important because of the toughness. Going to need that, especially if he gets an unrelenting assault elf. He switches over to greatsword. Even that chill, just a bit much there for Boyce to deal with. I think in past tournaments we have seen Boyce crack a little bit under the pressure, so this is why I'm looking for some kind of difference from him to come out in this tournament. Blocks the elites, not too difficult to block the Herald there. Star 5 isn't going to hit his target either. Boyce can now be fairly offensive. Unrelenting assault, you can see, gets about half that damage off. Needs to also weapon swap as well with that to get equilibrium to proc out. I don't think that did occur there. Does there though. Not a significant amount of damage. Toughness is going to make a difference to that. Stun's going to come out onto Team. Boyce is going to miss there, unfortunately. Dodge away from Tenebrae as he moves again into the weapon swap. He's going to be healing as he does the damage, and Boyce is going to go down here at the end of the day. And that's going to be Boyce, the champion of Week 10, going out pretty early in this ESL Weekly 1 vs 1 tournament number 11. So that's
Just
a
like
good
that,
job from
blue team
Tenebrae,
takes
who
a
will
capture
be
point.
going over to... or who is Imda. No, it's not Imda, sorry. No, this is funny. Boyce is literally in the same place in the bracket that he was last week. Tenebrae goes to WTF versus the Ace is back. It was the first round for Tenebrae, of course. And then winning versus Boyce, who is the only British player in the tournament today. So, unfortunately, winning on last week, not getting as far this week. So, good job from Tenebrae. He will go through to the final. Towards the final, sorry. Goes through into the semi-finals. This is going to be Thybzz versus Trekx, I do believe. Indeed, yes, it will be. It will be. Yeah, Trekx. Okay. Good job, good job, good job. It's got a lot to do with the player's skill as well, to be honest. Let's check out these builds. Thybzz is going to be going for Mace Shield. Probably Greatsword. Oh no, Longbow. Rabid Amulet with Rune of the Crate, of course. If it's not Condi, he's going to be going Greatsword. Actually, I've seen some people even with Carrion going for Greatsword. If you remember back in the day, Dreze pulling that out during the qualifying. Is it the qualifier for the World Championships, or was it the actual Season 2 finals? Could have been Season 2 finals, actually. Jesus Christ, that was actually a long time ago now. Just after the summer? Can't remember.
The match starts soon.
Hello, Frodo. You what? The dog? You can't see him, sorry. Okay, so. Let's go over towards Trekx, who obviously will be playing Warrior as well. But he's like, yeah, he's going for the Carrion, but he's actually going for Vitality.
Hold on
so obviously
to your
going
point.
versus
Seize
Thybzz.
theirs.
He seems to have worked out that he's going for a Condi build, so more HP obviously is going to be a fantastic thing for him. Not going for Great Sword as well will help him because he doesn't need that toughness for that power damage coming out. So that's actually pretty good for Trekx. Got 30k HP, Thybzz has got 20k HP, so that's an extra 10k that he has to burn down. Obviously has the toughness there, but isn't got a lot of power damage coming out from Trekx, so that's going to be one problem that he's going to have, unfortunately. Trekx damage, uptake. Look at the amount. He removes those conditions easily through his fields. Through his Zerka, sorry. Just blocking that damage. The Trekx is 30k HP on Karen is kind of ridiculous.
For the record.
But you know, there you go. Especially in 1 versus 1, although the Condi does start to build up on him now as well. Just both getting the skull grinders off. They're not really dodging. Actually, they're both not doing a great job at avoiding each other's attacks right now, to be fair. The rock comes out as well from Thybzz. When I say the rock, sorry, shattering blow. I just like because it's a rock on the actual screen. That's the way I say it. Skull Grinder comes out onto Trekx. Condis are starting to mount up and tries to remove those, or does attempt to anyway. Kind of obvious blocks as well are up at the moment for both Thybzz and Trekx, and they're both using abilities. I mean, he doesn't have the signet. Does Trekx? No. So some of those attacks are being blocked quite easily without much effort. Even mid-block, people are using big abilities here by both players. Trying to skull grinder inside his AoE longbow field as well. My dog tries to get up on the sofa. This is going to be quite a long 1v1 apparently. Block from Trekx as well. Does dodge through that longbow. The skull grinder both on each other as well. Longbow comes out from both of them. Skull grinder from Thybzz onto Trekx. He needs to kite away now unless he's able to get another significant amount of damage. Uses the gravestones nicely to get away there. Thybzz is going to get back on point. Did use his heal for some resistance there, I do believe, as well as just regenerating some HP. I just don't think that was a very good idea. He's got another 10 seconds. Trekx needs to be just very offensive, being aware that he has used his heals. Quite an obvious animation as he puts his hand into the air, but gives him the breath and the gap he needed to regenerate. He has got his signet up at the moment. I think he was going to try and use it again there to heal. Again, uses the gravestone to get back up. Needs to re-engage. 1 tick or 2 left on the midpoint to make sure he gets the cap. Trekx is just going to block and move away there. Skull Grinder isn't going to hit the target for Thybzz, unfortunately. Did well to move away. He is going to go down here with 10 stacks. No! He just regens slightly there, but he does in the end. Too much conditions. Too many conditions can be applied to him there as well. And he is indeed going to be going down there. What?
Just like that.
I don't know what you
Blue
want to
team takes
post,
a capture
Hash, so
point.
I can't. Subscribers can post. You don't need to. Oh yeah, next you can just sign up for via ESL 1v1. There you go. And that's got all future events on. So you want to go to that page if you go to any page. It's the ESL GW2 Global. You can Google that as well. Okay. It's going to be 1-0. And oh, see what build's going to come up next. Yeah, ESL, exclamation mark, ESL 1v1. Sorry, hashtag. Sorry, skeptic. Hope you guys are having fun today. Just hit 100 viewers. They should be entering around the same time. Then we're doing a count now as well. Ah, cheeky. Thybzz will be remaining on Warrior after losing that first round, of course. Trekx, we're just going to put, obviously, score back up. They can see the build if they enter the arena. I mean, unfortunately, there's not really much you can do about that. I mean, still, interesting, Paladin's Amulet. Even though he knows that he's Condi as well. That's interesting. Even though he knows he's Condi, he's still going to go Pally. Although, unfortunately, I mean, the only other thing he could really do is go for a Marauder, I suppose. Toughness. Yeah, it's tough versus a Warrior Condi build. You can still do it. You can definitely do it. It's just making sure you've got enough Condi removals and Engineer Scrapper, which is why it's got Purge Gyro, obviously, with Elixir Gun, Elixir X. All these things are going to help remove conditions, keeping his boons up for a longer amount of time as well.
The match starts soon.
Obviously, HGH is very important with alchemical tinctures to remove those Condis. Mecha Legs also very important for, you know, reduced movement speed, especially Lombo 5. Things like that come out.
Hold on to your points.
There are many traits from the
theirs.
Engineer which are obviously very useful to make sure they can survive Condi damage. Elixir C switch there is going to be the good choice from Trekx, which is going to help him to remove his Condi, obviously replacing that from Bulwark Gyro, which wouldn't have been as useful versus the Lombo. Not a difficult lesson to learn from his last game, knowing the build that he was going against. Not sure. Trekx doesn't seem to be very knowledgeable on Scrapper or Engineer, maybe, because he did blast his heal. Even though it's full of HP, if you're going to use your heal versus a Condi build, you want to just use it to remove the Condis. You don't need to spam, you don't need to use it to heal yourself intensely, especially if you're almost at full HP. So just one thing maybe that Trekx can learn in the future. Not a Scrapper player at all, apparently, because I'm just watching Scrapper. I don't get to see many Engineers playing anymore because not as great in the 1v1s at all at the moment. Oh, they're still good, but damage output is less than it used to be. Hammer 4, a lot less damage than it used to be. Actually, it used to be easier for damage rather than vulnerability. So that's a thing. Does dodge out of that Lombo Zerk there as well. Good job from Trekx. Purge Gyro is working again. Still up. Oh! I don't think he needed to use his Elixir C there. I don't think that's lag. I don't think he needed to use it. Thybzz is going to block the Hammer well there from the Hammer 2. I'd be sticking down that poison field a lot more as well if I was Trekx. You need to poison the warrior because look at him. He's not able to take his HP down. Elixir S proc, he's going to remove a couple of conditions, not enough because he's got obviously Torment and whatnot stacked on him as well. And it's difficult for him. He can't go for Menders. Obviously Menders is better versus Condi builds as a Scrapper. Scrapper can kill warrior, but he can't go for the amulets that he needs to actually do the job. So in the end, it actually probably would actually be a Condi build. Maybe that would be able to take him. Interesting choice for Trekx there. Thybzz is going to come back with a vengeance now. What is he running? If he's running power builds, it's going to be interesting. Yes, that's a good choice. I mean, Trekx, obviously you make a suggestion, you make a choice based on the classes that you submit as well. So maybe knowing that he would potentially lose that round versus a warrior on something better, he obviously goes for the choice to potentially lose that round so that the warrior isn't going to be the main class for Thybzz, and he has to move on to something maybe more power orientated. So now he's stuck on the scrapper, but it is a good counter build to anything power related because obviously he has Paladin's Amulet at the moment. So Thybzz, as Trekon has mentioned in the chat, I believe. Yes, there you go, Guardian and Rev. So he's actually made a pretty good decision here. Trekon knows the style of the tournament. He's been here a while, so he's thought about it. And you get people who are very good at the game and skillful. I'm not saying Trekon isn't. But that was interesting. Domo Scrub. If you wanna have a look, if you look up, I've actually got a video which can help you sign up to ESL tournaments. Let me just check. I can literally, I can literally give you a video. There you go. There's the signing up.
The match starts soon.
And you can also in the link below that, there's also a place where you can find out how to make an ESL account as well. I made a video about that ages ago to help people. Anyway, Thybzz on fire, and it gives you all the details on how to do it. It may have changed a little bit since then, because it was a while ago. So I was trying to get people into tournaments. Anyway, so, Staff, Sword Shield, nothing different there. Rune of Surging, which you have seen before. He's going to be going for Devastation, Invocation, and Herald. Invocation definitely better than Retribution, ever since that nerf on Stability. Anyway, Equilibrium switch as well is just too good, especially with damage decrease to Unrelenting Assault and whatnot. Precision Strike, Star 5, all the damage reductions that came out onto Rev. Still not bad in the 1v1s though, we're seeing some good 1v1s. It's more tough for the Revenant versus the Scrapper nowadays. Oh, nice rock throw actually, it's going to interrupt Thybzz. Heal comes out. Trekx making a big mistake there as he attacks with a lot of his damage dealing abilities. Oh, he blocks the precision strike from Thybzz on the fire coming out from himself. Rocket charge comes out from the Scrapper, doesn't get any of that off actually, unfortunately. He's going to acid bomb through that thunderclap and get himself some swiftness, which is going to help him regen some health. Thybzz is in a bit of trouble here. This nice Star 5 is going to push Trekx considerably away, but nice mile coming out from Trekx there. He needs to re-engage, and Thybzz does have some blocking ability left. Protection from his shield for re-engagement with the Unrelenting Assault. Trekon isn't going to hit his projectile well from his hammer, which would have been pretty much Thybzz dead. To come up with a shield block there as well. Unrelenting Assault isn't going to hit, and that's going to be a good evade from Rex there. Oh, from Trekon. Nice interrupt as well. Oh, Star 5, that's more to move away than anything else. Trying to remove any conditions from himself as well. He is on the run at the moment. Look how easy it is for the Scrapper to be... Look at his regen and everything else. And the toughness that is on that Paladin's Amulet is not great for Thybzz and him trying to win this round. I really fear that this will be the end for him. As he starts to regen HP though, this is good for good for Thybzz, but Trekon is still really high HP here. He's not really having any problems. Kites away and oh! Uses the charge from the Elixir X. And that's going to be the end of Thybzz.
Just like
unfortunately.
that, blue team
and
takes a capture
potentially
point.
Maybe the idea that he would go for Paladins himself may have been more beneficial, but I fear that the 1v1 would never have ended otherwise. So that's going to be 2-1 to Trek. Good job, my friends. And here we'll go through to the next round. Yeah, the sign-up process is pretty easy. Right, so next round will be between Shadow Wolf and a Trekon. Let's just refresh this bracket right here. This is still quarterfinals though, playing through. You hear aeroplanes and everything in the background. It's really warm in here for some reason, even though it's winter. Trekon. So he's going to be playing straight away again, which is quite insane. Leo, we'll see our first Necro playing today. He's going for the Corrupt build, I do believe. Yes. Marauder, Rune of Strength, Spite, Soul Reaping, and Reaper there. Obviously... Oh no, he's not specifically going for that. It is power. Oh, he's got that new mask from the PvE storyline on. Actually, pretty good PvE content, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I play all the content in Guild Wars 2, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Countering is part of the tournament, I feel. I think that's part of the actual tournament itself. Oh well, fine. Trekon is going to be going for Inspiration, Illusions, and Chronomancer. Maybe I'll go through builds actually when they've started a little bit more. So that people cannot scout builds as well. Might be a good idea. I'll go through Trekx though to make it fair. Rune of the Guardian as well. When you block a foe's attack, burn that foe for 1 second, obviously shield 4 is going to be very beneficial for that. Sage Amulet there, Sword Shield with Staff as well, so that's going to be the Condi build. Normal build as well, Inspiration, Illusions, no Chaos with Chronomancer, so that was the big change from the power build that we saw earlier, of course. The Torment. Obviously, improvement of shadow skills as well as the recharge is there as well. So, more sustain. He's got the Signet of Illusions as well, where he can regain all of his booms. All of his booms. All of his shadows, sorry. Very beneficial. This build is a lot about your regeneration of self, utility, shatters, clones. It's all about, you know, reproducing things, you know, your clones, your phantasms, your abilities, your shatters, and just being just very, 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 very sustainable in ridiculous ways. Do you remember the tanky Mesmer meta, guys? Do you remember that day? Okay, we're not going to that one apparently. And apparently he has a power outage. That's unfortunate. So we are going to come back to that round. We're going to go to Apocaly, I believe. There you go. Thinking about all the builds from the past and which builds have been your favourite and the worst. This is going to be Apocaly versus Elvis Forever, who was in the game last week. Apocaly is going to start with Valkyria, who is going to be his Dragon Hunter character, which he was in the last round, played last again. So again, playing the counter game. But Elvis is going to be playing Warrior. Not as experienced player in the 1v1 tournament, but still giving a good show and is learning things every single time he comes in. Including, I think last week he didn't have a build. He's going for Hammer Greatsword. Power, Precision, Toughness, Ferocity with Rune of Holbrook. Not the greatest of runes to go for, really, versus a Dragon Hunter. But hey ho. And he's using a lot of his abilities for his block. He uses off his heal as well. 30-second cooldown. No Sigil. No Signet. No regen. This Vals needs to be very offensive. Breaks that Hammer 5 as he slams it down to the ground. Just auto-attacking, really. Longbow 5 is going to cement Elvis in place moves through the trap and actually moves through it into the trap again. Uses a great sword 4 and he's dead. Before, just the knockback as well from the true shot. Not too difficult. I think Elvis, again, a newer player to the game, is learning things as we go through the tournament from last week. And this week he doesn't just have a sword. So I actually don't think it was a troll from last week. I just genuinely think he wanted to maybe get involved in the scene and actually tried out a build this week. But Rune of Holbrack, probably not the best decision. Maybe, hopefully... Let me just remind them that they can do that. Elvis needs to pull a guitar out. Oh dear. Yeah, we can... Elvis has not left the building. He's returned.
The match starts soon. Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
Yeah, guys, you literally... I think people thought that they had to just play the same build. To counter, of course. Apocaly now going to power versus. I'm not sure it's going to matter versus Elvis, who is obviously seems like a less experienced player and goes down really low. Uses his heal, is going to heal back up quite high, obviously, but that's because he has got no HP with this Demolisher amulet, but it does have toughness, which is going to be good versus the Mesmer. But you can see the amount of shadow damage that comes out as well. Elvis is going to be put away here by the looks of things. Tries to re-engage using that great sword well. He's doing a good job here. I mean, there is some learning experience from last week. He's dead. I don't really need to explain too much about what happened just then, because, yes, he's dead. He is cute, bless him. I think it's just a bit of an inexperience there from Elvis. But at least this week, he had all 5 weapon skills. It was so good. More beneficial for a Guardian in PvE, I guess, if you're just using a sword. But in this case, not the case, unfortunately for him. So that's going to be... I didn't even update the score. Sorry about that, guys. But that was going to be Elvis winning 2-0. Jokes. Apocaly winning 2-0, of course, after that one. Thanks, Zach, as well. Cheers, dude. Appreciate that. Yeah, it will be an awesome day. Looking forward to it. It's going to be Tenebrae versus Trekx. Now, this is going to be a good one. Actually, had quite a good one. A few good ones as well anyways today. So I don't know why I said that. This is going to be versus Trekon, aka Trekx, or either way, whatever way you want to say it as well. Yeah, indeed, respect to Elvis. He has the guts to partake in the ESL 1v1 tournament. Any feedback on volume and everything and mic quality, and if there's any distortion, greatly appreciated, because I'm trying to sort my mic settings out. Looking good. Looking good. Let's just have a look at Tenebrae. We'll be going for Revenants, jumping into the map straight away. Oh, wrong class, he says. Wrong class. Dumbo, you're a funny man. You're a funny man indeed. Hey, bet some gold. There you go. Could do polls and whatnot during the in-between games, but just having enough time to set that up because normally they're pretty fast and furious. This face on the warrior, on Tenebrae's warrior, she just looks like she's either gonna cry or be very, very happy. It's like the ultimate cute face in Guild Wars 2 on a girl, on a woman, whatever. I think they're having issues. Yeah, I bet 10 on Elvis. Elvis is gone, you lose. Lose already. It's a trick. It's a good point, actually. I think it's fairly even. Such a lame-o. Yes, he went out. He went out indeed. Quite early, actually. Trekx, or Trekx, if you wanna, which is more, obviously, what he's going for. He's gonna be running with Paladins, and obviously going for the Warrior here. It's gonna be Power, though. Oh, this is not a good choice for Team. Not even if he's going versus a Scrapper. I just don't think this is gonna be a good opportunity for him to... I need to go into the builds more when we're in the game, but I don't think Berserker is going to be great for him versus Paladins. That's nice, half. Congratulations. We are waiting to see what is coming out. They're just trying to name their classes in the ESL chat. What the hell? Okay. Apparently there is no ground. That's interesting. Yeah, we're good, man. We're good with any life decisions you guys make, other than the offensive ones. Warrior Berserker with Pack Rune is OP, apparently. Defense, Discipline, and Berserker to the point of levitation. Cleansing Eye, obviously, Adrenal Health is the thing which is ridiculous. Obviously, Reflect from Shield Master, very, very nice. Movement speed while wielding, obviously good. Breaking Immobilize, obviously good as well.
The match starts
tiny
soon.
things can be changed here and there, but no, movement speed increase still for re-engagement is still pretty nice, even just as a base for that. Reported fly hack.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
Okay, this is a round. This is a series between Teen and Trekon, who are in our ESL semi-final weekly 1 vs 1 European Cup number 11. Trying to engage there with the Great Sword 4. He's going to dodge away with Trekx. Not really using many abilities there. Thunderclapping through with rocket charging through his Thunderclap. Heal from Trekx again, using his heal when he didn't really need to. Too much of his heal, sorry, in terms of the blast. 100 blades into the face of Trekx, and that is Trekx into Elixir S proc. Heal wasted as well, as he won't get that 25% HP proc, and that's a good amount of damage coming out from Team. Really needs to use that heal now and get a blast off, rocket charging, and maybe even trying to use that acid bomb. He did, but obviously, you know, It's not easy to get the double on that. Normally you can't actually as well from that water field. Does a good job. Elixir X proc isn't the one he wants. He needs to get out of that straight away because Tornado is rubbish versus power builds. It's rubbish versus any builds if you're staying it too long. Now he needs to use his heal. I don't think he's going to get that 25% proc on his heal from Inventions. See? Oh my god, he eats the Skull Grinder. Does he use his? Oh, he did use his Elixir Gun 5. Actually, your team just needs to... Oh, nice thunderclap. Good job getting Rocket Charge back through it. He needs to make sure... Oh no, he got interrupted. No heal. He's got his heal. He needs to Acid Bomb out of that. Yes, he does. Good boy. Get some nice heals there as well. Needs to use his Stability Elixir Elixir B Tool Belt skill a bit more if he can. There you go. He uses it and dodges. Not sure the Scrapper is
Red team
Trekon's
wins a capture point.
best class in the world. But again, we saw how well he used it tactically in the end in the last series. Last round, sorry. It's a good job from team, not taking anything away from him, of course. Gia makes some very, very good points, which is something which I need to double check as well. I think it's the only thing I really didn't actually check. He can win. The Power Warrior is easy to win against the Condition Warrior, in my opinion. I try and get Retaliation versus the Warrior or a power build as well. 1 versus 1s though, like people who are pretty good won't be able to engage you, but you can normally apply Retaliation pretty easily, quite quickly. Trekx is there. The thing is, as well, is really relying upon his Elixir X. And yes, this is a very good point, as someone said, about Final Salvo over Adaptive Armor. Because you're going for toughness, you're going for extra toughness. So it's always, do I go for the toughness or do I go for the stability and the healing? You know?
Hold on to your points.
Stability is good.
Seize theirs.
It's going to be good as well if it versus Star 5. Then again... He's got perfectly weighted, so he can get stability that way. He's also got stability from Toss Elixir B, so you can really there's a big choice to go here for him. Revenant should be a lot easier, especially if you can reflect the precision strike, which unfortunately he didn't do. I don't think. Yeah, he's not. I believe he was blinded as well there. Nice throw. Gets team, but it doesn't get anything out of it. I would have popped up the Elixir X myself, seen if he would have got the... Oh no. Trekon's not been lucky with this Scrapper pick at all. Unfortunately. He knows the map well. Again, he doesn't get Tornado. The problem is when you're a Scrapper, if you get Tornado, sometimes you're like, oh, I'm definitely not going to win this one. He needs to get out of this. I think he's trying to use it. He's actually doing a good job. Because Tenebrae's not got as much access to stability as he used to. Obviously now he used to, it was a fair while ago. Used it to regen as well, but unfortunately I don't think, in the end, Trekon's going to be able to do anything about that. And he lost a lot of his healing potential, unfortunately, as well, because as soon as he hits below 25% HP, and let's quickly have a look at that, what I'm talking about in terms of automated medical response, he's losing a lot of his heal potential because he drops into Elixir S proc, and that's when you know that he's not going to be able to get that heal.
Red team wins a capture
you
point.
already need to use it before you hit 25% when you've got that up. You need to make sure you're doing that as a Scrapper, because otherwise you're losing like half of your survivability, including condition removal and healing potential. And unfortunately, he did not get very lucky with that. And that's going to be Tenebrae there. Just a little bit. Yes, and also Teen is like pretty damn good. So I'm not taking anything away from it. It's just because I play Scrapper and it's just a few things I noticed. So more tips and pointers, to be fair, with Scrapper than anything else. And that's me not taking anything away from Teen, who did play pretty good. So we are going to play with Apocaly now. Sounded weird, sorry. Didn't mean it to come out like that. Sorry, Trekx is not aka Trekon. It's Trekon is now versus Apocaly. I keep getting confused between these two. So my bad. Unless he's entered twice and
the match starts soon.
Which is possible. So it's going to be Trekon versus Apocaly. So my bad. My unfortunate awfulness. So it's going to be Mesmer. It's going to be this power builder sort of for Chaos with Inspiration and Chronomancer. Chaos obviously put in. Is going to be the replacement trait line there with Sword, Shield, Great Sword, Pack, and Marauder there for that man. Trekon is going to be going for Revenant with the Paladin's Amulet. Good choice. And Apocaly went earlier for a power build on Mesmer. A really good choice for him. Trekon very good at trying to get the counters in most of the 1v1 tournaments. Shield 5 comes out. Potential interrupt. Good, Great Sword 5 knockback. Trekon needs to re-engage, get closer. Does dodge the Shield 4 coming out. Needs to pick up another dodge. Does so successfully, I do believe. Uses the withdraw from Assassin's Stance to evade that Gravity Well coming out from the Mesmer. Great Sword 4 is going to be dodged as well. Trekon doing a fantastic job avoiding a lot of the damage abilities coming out from Apocaly. He's not unfortunately been able to be very offensive, and all the damage is coming out from Apocaly there as well. That Precision Strike doesn't really connect to Apocaly. Star 5, Apocaly jumps out of that. Oh, Gravity Well. Again, another Assassin Stance withdraw. Obviously, Apocaly now having big problems because he can be very offensive as he's used everything here through his... I think he's going to go down actually right now. Oh no, tries to... He had no utility left whatsoever. Basically, Trekon baited him out using all of his abilities. I think he evaded, blocked, or just straight up avoided all of the damage abilities that came out from Apocaly. And as soon as that occurred, he just went on the offensive. Like, literally used everything. That was really good. That was... I think Trekon is, like, flipping patient as hell. As well. I'm still not sure about this build from Apocaly. I really think if you're going to go Mesmer, I think the Sage would have just been a lot better to go versus the Revenant as well. Also, you know, the pure lack of toughness is a big issue versus Rev. Now Trek is going to go for the Sage Mesmer build. Toughness through his Guardian's rune, of course.
The match starts
Obviously getting the blocks is going to give burn as well. Poor Guardians, it's all about the burning. Not a bad condition to add, since it's not really one he has a lot of. And now he's got obviously access to a lot of Torment and whatnot as well. Lots of shatters, reforming of the clones, phantasms and whatnot as well. Apocaly may have issues versus this in terms of sustain. He's not going to have as many. He's not going to have as many shatters as Trekov is going to have, of course, as well. Just Trekon is very good at operating around the point. He needs to be very careful. This is quite a challenge for Apocaly, in all honesty. Trekon is one of those players who's really improved in recent weeks, as well as Apocaly as well. So this is actually a pretty nice 1v1 to watch for myself, as well as you, who has probably been watching for a long time. If you haven't, then this is a pretty good one. Chaos Storm onto Apocaly there. again himself. Oh, Gravity Well. Good job from Apocaly. Actually, Trekon is having a lot of problems here. I think there is a slight lack of toughness here as well. Although maybe even just experience. Trekon is not as confident on Mesmer as he is on Rev. Apparently. Shield 4. Gets both of them off as well. Extra Shatters does re-engage there with... just getting off his face retreat. He's going to re-engage here. Max Shatters, Chaos Storm planted down on the floor on top of Apocaly, who blocks through it. Good job, Stealth. He is going to try and heal here. Does a good job of doing that. They both use their shield for block. Trekon probably going to blink away shortly. Distortion used as well to survive. Apocaly kites away, using his Great Sword 4 to try and get some damage. But he re-engages there. Just pops away as well, using his phase retreat. Trekon there. He is going to potentially go down here. Needs to get that gravity well off quite soon, or just avoid getaway. Decoy comes up in 2 seconds. He needs to use it. He does indeed. Shield 4 potentially as well is a good idea, while his stealthed heal is back up. Oh, 5 seconds. He couldn't wait for it. It's unfortunate. Now he's got 25 seconds until we can get a heal. Nice Blurred Frenzy on top of the Great Sword 4 coming out from Apocaly there. He's in the corner, puts himself there. Chaos Storm is going to give him a bit of gap. That's Distortion as well. Had his continuous split. Needed to use a lot of combinations there to make sure that he wasn't going to go down. Trekon is still doing okay. The reason I'm on him is because I'm trying to watch how well he's managing his cooldowns, but he's not being offensive. Gravity well. He's going to be able to nip out of that using the blink as well. Shield block is going to come out, avoiding a lot. This is how much he's doing. He's doing well, avoiding a lot of the damage. Apocaly now has not many cooldowns left. He uses a gravity well, which needs to finish him off, otherwise Trekon can come back into this again and you'll see him start to regenerate if he should swish. Oh, that is a big Great Sword 2! Shatters him, Blood Frenzy! Oh! Trekon goes down in the end.
Just like
Woo!
that, blue team takes a capture point.
Damn. Not bad job from Apocaly at all. He does defeat him in that second round, and that's going to be going through to a third round where Apocaly now has to change builds. I think Trekon is stuck maybe on something which he is not as... He's still doing good, but Apocaly in the end... Trekon was never offensive there at all, really, to be honest. I think, you know, he's playing the sustain game. I can mimic gravity well because I am a god. Good job there as well. Good job, good job. And guys, I am full-time streamer now. So if you do want to subscribe to the channel, support future tournaments, follow the channel as well as watch future content from Guild Wars 2 and other games, of course, then you can subscribe to the channel, grab yourself some emotes, which I'm sure our subscribers somewhere will pop into the chat. You can also join our Discord as well, where we talk about Guild Wars 2, other games, general stuff. Make sure you do that, because it's a pretty awesome place to be. Good stuff. Trek is going to be staying on Sage's Chronomancer now. Wondering what Apocaly is going to go for. Just spamming everything. Still haven't got your gems from the GW2 tournament. If it was the ones that ArenaNet was due to give out, it may be a little bit of time. They're not the quickest to giving you those gems out, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, you will get them. I did when I came second in that tournament once. 2v2. Carried by Tayskin.
Hold on to your points. Seize
Trek is going to be still on the Mesmer, of course. The final character coming out from Apocaly is going to be Valkyria, who is going to be his Marauder Dragon Hunter with Rune of the Pack. See how well he can do here. Standard build with Valor, Virtues, and Dragon Hunter there. A lot of Condi removal versus the Mesmer. Thus does have a fair amount of ability to destroy those clones, which is obviously one of the issues that people do have. It feels like he's very confident on the Dragon Hunter in comparison. Pausing through that Chaos Storm, doesn't want to have any of that. Does go through a little bit though, so a couple of conditions onto himself, but shouldn't be too much of a problem versus the Guardian. Dragon Hunter, sorry. He uses his Virtue to get away. That is a 25-second cooldown on a ton of condition removal, which I'm not sure was really that necessary because he kind of needs it. Has renewed focus should he need to. He doesn't want to use that for another 10 seconds until he's used his Virtue again. Uses the renewed focus to avoid the gravity well and wastes a big cooldown there. He had this, was coming back off, and he hadn't. I don't think he'd used his courage, although it was very close. But the thing is, again, very confident he was able to pull it off, and he is able to take Trekov down. So in the end, using those cooldowns at that point in time, I just think Trekov having quite a few problems there on the Mesmer Sage build from himself. And there's me pointing out the maybe potential mistakes, whereas he actually just goes full on and wins that one versus one. Again, you know, that Sage build doesn't have much toughness other than what's coming through the Rune of the Guardian, and that's not much toughness at all. Good job from himself. Obviously, we saw him going through to the next round. So, Apocaly will be going through. Trekon, best of luck for next time, of course. And there's someone with a motorbike. And that's going to be the final. Final's going to be next. Hope you guys have enjoyed this cup so far today. I will be streaming Guild Wars 2 for a bit afterwards. Finishing a little bit earlier than normal today because I've got things to do for weddings. Stuff tomorrow. Of course. Rock beating another rock. Why not accept I'm a god? We will call you a god if you win the tournament. For this week. So it's going to be Teen versus... Oh, not Tenebrae. This is Apocaly. I don't know if I've seen Apocaly in the final yet. I'm not sure. This is best of 5. This is the final. Someone has won 800 gems already. If it's not broken, break it. Thanks for the follows, guys. Keep them coming in. Support your tournaments for Guild Wars 2. Not as many as they used to be, but doesn't mean that there won't be more in the future. These are reliant upon you, of course. These weekly tournaments specifically as well. Guild Wars 2 PvP is, in my opinion, the best part of Guild Wars 2. I might be slightly biased. I'm not going to go through the builds until we start the game because I don't want them to be able to counter comp each other specifically. They could have looked at them as well before they jumped in. Bow scopes, yes.
The match starts soon.
Every time you lose, the one who loses wins the tourney. Actually, that's very true. Yes, I think we mentioned that before. Jesus Christ, these planes are loud. Anyway, now we can look at the build. Teen's going to be playing Warrior again.
Hold on to your points.
Various times.
Seize
Make
theirs.
Shield, Carrion, Great Sword, Apocaly. For the random Mesmer build, which I'm not sure what to call. Which he did win with in the last series. In the semis versus Trekon. Tenebrae. Fong Thug. It's going to evade that. Moving back. Great Sword 5. Not going to connect. Dodges through. evade. Blood Frenzy not going to be doing... There's more avoidance than damage. Blood Frenzy now is always about avoidance. It's always been avoidance more than damage as well. Oh, stance comes out onto Team Apocaly having big problems. He's going to go down right now. Gravity Well is interrupted, or did he cancel? I wasn't quick enough to see. And that's going to be Apocaly down and out. And I don't think that's a good build right now. I don't think Apocaly feels like it is as well. Now I'm going to play my best build, Apocaly says.
Red team got a capture point.
Can you afford to be flashy in the final? Is the thing. So, final of the ESL 1 vs 1 European Cup for week 11. You can enter yourself if you go to the ESL site. Oh, bloody hell. If I put it into chat, right? You go to eslgaming.com/guildwars2global. You can check out all the ESL tournaments, whether or not they're NA or EU. They are EU based mainly at the moment, 2v2s and 1v1s. But you can enter there should you so wish. You don't have to be on EU specifically. You can make a free account. Should be pretty damn awesome. Pardon moi. That was a bit of a cheeky burp. So, how are we going? How are you going? Anyway. Geo, if you can make an EU account, you can actually sign up there as well. You don't have to be strictly from the EU to enter. Just means you'll have ping issues and stuff. We will be, I think, Draz is talking about running an NA Cup in spring as a test cup to see who signs up.
The match starts soon.
I think we will be doing Guild Wars 2 bombs just because stream is going to finish a bit earlier today because of wedding plans for tomorrow. So there is that. So, Tenebrae.
Hold on to your point.
Versus Apocaly. 1-0 in this best of 5. Needs to win 3 obviously to win the tournament. Or this series and the tournament, sorry, obviously. Very creative character by Apocaly. Is his fashion sense as good as his gameplay on the Mesmer now? Still same class, just different builds. Obviously switching Portal for mirror images. Mass Invis as well instead of Gravity Well. Very interesting choice. But he's going to be going for Great Sword with Marauders and a full Traveller as well for survivability. And as soon as I bring my build out, Tenebrae is taking him out. And that's... I hate you, man. What the hell? Jesus Christ. That was ridiculous. Can I check my stream? Or I think the delay's already caught up. Flipping out. Apocaly's like, so OP, I didn't even do anything. Yeah, so basically he just completely blew him up. But there you go. I don't really know what to say about that. There is nothing I can say about that, to be honest. Okay, waiting for him to come in. No, there is actually guild chat this week. My god. Amazing. It's been a while. What's going on? Yep, no Menders, Signup the Wild Band as well. Unblockables. Unblockables. Unblockable. Now Apocaly's reaching somewhere. No, not Apocaly, sorry. Tenebrae. Trying to find a build. Trying to find something left. If he's got a good third class that he can use. He's going for Marauders with Rune of the Doliac there. There we go.
The match starts soon.
Two-handed try, no. It's so bloody loud. Okay. No Menders. No Menders. I wasn't even never end.
Hold on to your
Never
points.
End. Great sword stuff for Tenebrae. Potentially the last round. Apocaly needs to win this one to stay in. Is he going to roll back? He's got Portal now? Is he just against Sage? He doesn't want to go. He's going for power builds versus really sustained classes. What's Tenebrae going for? I mean, he's going for Marauders as well, but he's got more sustain than the Mesmer in this. Apocaly is just trying to be ninja, apparently. Oh no, I think he cancelled casted his Greatsword 4? Did he? I don't know. I don't think so. We'll see if we come back over to Greatsword quite shortly, I do believe. Uses his Signet as well to make sure Gravity Well and no damage comes out on himself. Probably easy Blur and Frenzy is stealthed as well as no distortion actually. Oh, Gravity Well's going to be used there, and Tenebrae does get out unscathed in the end. Paul! It's good. It's good for the cut. He actually does need that. Will he use it to go back through? Yes, he will. Shield block comes out. I was expecting him to maybe use it to get back out again because it's quite low on HP. Distortion. Re-engagement with the Great Sword. Free from the Druid. You can see how much... Oh! Put on the floor by the pet. And I think Apocaly feels like he's lost this one. Blood Frenzy is going to come out from himself. Trying to kite away. No joy as the pet is trying to re-engage as well. Staff auto attacks. Blocking those attacks there as well. And Tenebrae is just going in for the kill and finishes him off with the Great Sword as he re-engages with the third ability and smacks off the Maul, which does a ton of damage there in the end as well. And that is going to be 3-0 to Tenebrae, winning this week's ESL 1 vs 1 tournament. Oh, you've missed all the games because it's the end. Apparently Druid did not need to even dodge a shield for. So congratulations, Apocaly gets himself 800 gems, but Tenebrae, who wins this week's ESL 1 vs 1 EU tournament successfully, will win himself 2k gems, 2,000 gems for an hour and 45 minutes worth of work. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not quite minimum wage in Seattle, but it's getting there. But it's actually pretty good, you know, 3 gems, 3 2k gems. Not bad at all. Get to see yourself on stream. This VOD will be on YouTube as well. So if you want to watch all the previous Guild Wars 2 tournament action, on also most of the tournaments that have ever been in the EU, they are all on my YouTube channel, which you can access down below. Thanks for watching the ESL 1v1 Cup. Again, I'm just going to give you a little bit of blurriness for myself. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's pretty good. We're trying to get this over to the NA as well, so keep putting in suggestions, tickets as well for that into ESL, and Dryas hopefully will let me do that tournament over there. He needs to train me on how to use the website and whatnot, otherwise it's not going to happen. So yeah, thanks again for Dries coming out to do the admin work and the other admins and dudes as well. A little bit of self-promotion. I am a shoutcaster for Guild Wars 2. I have been for quite a few years now. I'm doing streaming as a full-time job. I moved over to America. I'm getting married tomorrow as well. So if you want to subscribe to the channel to support myself and future tournaments for Guild Wars 2 and other games that I'm currently getting into, including ESL for ESL Rocket League soon as well, which I just started to get involved in today, then support the channel. Subscribe, follow me on Twitter, everything down below. Very much appreciated. Your support is what lets me carry on doing things like this for the future. So thanks again for watching. I'm going to play some Guild Wars 2 just for fun, some PvP. So if you want to hang out for that, do so. I'm going to be back very shortly. I'm just going to grab myself